Have you ever asked yourself, is it too late to start over? Maybe you've never said those words out loud. Maybe it was just a quiet thought that crossed your mind while you were driving or laying awake at night. You know those thoughts we always have, those intrusive thoughts? Or looking at your life, wondering if your best days were already behind you. If you've ever felt that way, I think this conversation is for you. So grab a snack, come on back, and let's have a conversation. You know, I don't think people are really asking about their age when they ask that question. I think they're asking if they're still allowed to hope. They're asking if they're still allowed to change. And they're asking if it's okay to want something different than the life they've been living. And I think that's a very human question, because life has a way of surprising us all the time. Sometimes retirement comes before we're ready. Sometimes our health changes. Sometimes a relationship ends. And sometimes we spend so many years taking care of everyone else that one day we quietly look around and wonder, what happened to me? When I was forced into retirement, I wasn't planning on retiring at the age of 49. I thought I knew what the next chapter of my life was going to be, right? I thought I knew what it was going to look like. I'd gone back to school as an adult. I'd earned my bachelor's degree, and I was still working toward my master's degree at that time. And my dream wasn't to stay where I was. Absolutely not. My dream was to teach and to consult and eventually work with adult learners like myself at the time. And that's the future I thought I was walking toward. But life had other plans. My health reached a point where I simply couldn't keep going the way I had before. I just couldn't. And if I'm being honest, that was the hardest part for me. You know, it wasn't losing the job at all. It was letting go of the future I thought I was walking toward. And for a while, I honestly didn't know what came next. What was going to come next? What was I going to do? And looking back now, I can see something I couldn't see then. I wasn't standing at the end of my story. I wasn't. I was standing at the beginning, right? The beginning of a new chapter that I hadn't imagined yet. If someone had told me back then that one day I'd be sitting here having conversations with people from all over the world, I probably would have, I probably wouldn't have believed them. Not at all, not at all. And that's why I believe this, with all my heart, that starting over isn't throwing your life away. Absolutely not. It's refusing to stop living, and it's refusing to give up. Here's something else, that I've been thinking about lately. We put so much pressure on the words starting over, right? As if it means that we have to erase everything we've lived before. And I don't believe that's true. Not for a second. I think every chapter before this one prepared you for this one, right? Your disappointments, your victories, your mistakes, your wisdom, and none of it is wasted. Absolutely not. You're not becoming someone else. You're becoming more fully yourself. And, there's kind of a shift that happens. So maybe the better question Is it too late to start over? Maybe the better question is, what would my life look like if I believed another chapter was still possible? What would it look like? Because here's what I know. Your age tells people how long you've lived. It doesn't tell them how much life you still have left. It doesn't. Unless they have a magic ball. So, you don't have to have everything figured out. None of us do. And that's quite all right. You don't have to know every step. You just have to believe that there's still a page left to turn in your book, in your chapter, because you're not finished.